Hi guys, welcome back. It's Kaze here. We're playing Chapter 6 with Yukimura Sanada and Destiny's Princess, a war story, a love story. Let's see, to recap, we spent some time with our brother out in the... Well, after we kind of ran into each other, we got some flowers and we head back in. And had a few nice moments together. Nothing too naughty, horrible. But we had some time. We spent some time together. And I forgot what happened. Honestly, I just recorded the video that's in the future of this one. And I was watching them back because I was like, where's my other video? The video between this and the last one I uploaded. Where did it go? Oh, right. I did the recording of that earlier today. Turns out, no audio. So I'm kind of recording this after that fact again. So that's interesting. Trying to remember everything I did. So, gomen nasai. I'm going to be kind of bad at this. So please forgive me if it gets a bit messy. I'll try and keep it together. I'll try my best. Alright, onward. This chapter is called Free Will Sacrifice. Let's do this. A few hours later, everyone met in the hall with weary faces. Oh, right, yes, and Hanabi passed away. Totally forgot about that part. My bad. Do you think that I would remember this? Sorry, I just watched all the videos. Anyway, the main servants were handling preparations for Hanabe's wake. It was unsure if we would be able to provide a proper funeral. Even the memorial for all the fallen soldiers had been neglected. Even calling for a priest to recite the Buddhist chants was, unfortunately, out of the question. That was the sad reality. At any rate, we know what we have to do. Nobunaga closed the fan in his hand with a snap. I can't do a snap. He alone was calm and unaffected. He casually propped his arm on the armrest and looked around. As you see, my movement is no longer hindered, but a familiar general would be best for now. Therefore, Yukimura? Yeah, sir? After being gestured to by Nobunaga's fan, Yukimura knelt on the floor. I will leave the role of commander to you. Can you carry out Hanabe's strategy? Yes, sir. Nobunaga looked at Yukimura, further bowing his head and smiled. And what about your injuries? Were you not severely hurt as well? With all due respect, father, I am much younger than you. Well said. Nobunaga laughed and clapped that fan on his hand. Well then, go. Fend off those demons for us. I look forward to watching our actions. I will, even if it means my own life. Nova. What? Nobunaga gave a satisfied nod and then pointed the folded fan toward me. You, princess. Yes? Help Yukimura prepare for battle. There are tasks that require a woman's hand. For me, he was asking hard to conceive of. But it also went without saying. Wow, I think I go bed. I wanted to do whatever I possibly could to help. Yes, father, that would be unnecessary. Yukimura and I answered simultaneously. Yukimura? Without looking at me, Yukimura answered Nobunaga firmly. Not only was her engagement just broken off, her fiancé died. Allow her to rest. I smiled and reassured him. Trying to reassure him, I smiled. What are you talking about? As you can see, I'm completely fine, so... But Yukimura cut me off. It's okay. You don't need to do more than you can handle. There's no way I'll let Hanabe's final strategy be in vain. Yukimura... I couldn't say anything more. Hanabe's funeral set to the wayside, the castle became busier than ever. I brought my mending to the maidservant's room, and then found Yukimura in the courtyard. I was giving orders to soldiers, caring for the weapons and horses. Give the gunpowder to Masamune. He moved briskly, full of energy, but I knew that his wounds he carried on his body were not yet fully healed. Sir Yukimura may be pushing himself too hard. These were the words I had heard from the maidservant tending to his care. He wouldn't let me near him. He wouldn't let me help with his nursing at all. That's why all my information had to come secondhand. As I watched Yukimura from behind, I debated with myself. Should I talk with him, or should I stay quiet? Talk to him, please. Yukimura, are your wounds all better now? Oh. Yukimura's expression became uncharacteristically serious. He then averted his gaze. They're no problem. But I'm the commanding general. I can't just hide away and protect myself. The conversation ground to a halt. There was an awkward pause, but soon Yukimura gave me a reassuring smile. Don't worry. Just leave everything to me. Okay. See ya. After a quick nod, Yukimura turned away. Looks like we're low on arrows. How many arrowheads do we have left? As I watched him head off back to the vassals, I felt sad for some reason. Well, we are getting ready for a big battle. He was busy, and I had to do what I could to not disturb him. But I couldn't shake the feeling that since Hanabe's death, Yukimura had shut me out. We were supposed to be in mourning, and I didn't feel like smiling, and neither must Yukimura. But still, I couldn't help worrying about how serious and troubled he seemed. Perhaps it was because of the burden he carried to now execute Hanabe's final strategy. I just wished there was something more I could do. Thinking so, I headed back to my room when I caught sight of a well dug out in the courtyard. Along the well were vassals pouring water over themselves after training. That's it. That was the one thing I could do. Pray. Praying. God, please hear my prayer. As I prayed, I poured water over my head. The water well. The well water was icy cold. It stung like needles on my skin. But compared to soldiers taking their lives in battle, that was no pain at all. Please hear my prayer. Please protect the subjects, the vassals, and the men I summoned into this world. And most of all, protect my dear, dear brother. As I lowered the bucket into the well for the dozenth time. Kaze? Yukimura? When I turned around, I saw Yukimura striding over towards me. What do you think you're doing? A woman shouldn't let her body get too cold, or... Just as he was about to grab my shoulder, he suddenly put his hand in his mouth and turned. Oh no, I realized why. I was wearing nothing but my underclothes, and now, thanks to my undulations, they were completely see-through. I had my arms around myself and doubled over. Had he seen me? The mere thought brought a fiery heat to my face. You idiot! You're lucky it was only me who saw you out here looking like that. But I just couldn't think of anything else I could do. There hadn't been anything else for me but to offer my prayers to God through my pathetic helplessness. You don't need to pray. And that my final strategy won't go to waste, even if it means I have to give my own life to make it so. Huh? I felt uncomfortable. Had Yukimura thought I was praying for Hanabe's sake? I tried to gently correct him, or tried to deny it. Gently correct him. No, Yukimura, you've got it all wrong. Hurry and go to your room. Do you hear me? Without turning back, Yukimura shouted roughly and then left. I watched his back as he left, showing no intention of stopping. Yukimura. As I stood there, suddenly the sound of hurried footsteps reached my ears. Princess! And like that, the handmaidens Yukimura had called for me carried me off to the bath. In the end, all I did was make more trouble for everyone. It was a lot to ask to have a bath draw in the midst of all the chaos, but to my chilled body, the water's warmth was certainly pleasant. Is the temperature of the water suitable? It's perfect. I'm sorry for making you do this. I know it's not your job. Not at all. It was my pleasure. She was polite, but what made me more painfully aware of my own helplessness. I'll be fine from here. Please turn off the heat and go. I'll be back soon. Of course not. We will wait right here. It's really fine. You must be tired from the extra work. Please, take a break. Fame hesitated a moment, but finally nodded. Yes, Princess. Take care not to let yourself get too cold once you get out of the bath. The maid left, and I was left alone in the dim light of a single lamp. I could see stars twinkling in the night sky, visible through the small window. I had to do something. I just had to. I felt compelled by the feeling, but as I looked at the stars, I felt slightly calmed. I felt slightly calmed? There's no I feel so helpless. No matter what I tried to do, I always ended up getting in the way. Thinking about it now, the truth hit me once again. As much as I was revered as a princess, all I was a powerless little girl. All the various servants working so hard at their jobs were so much more value to the world. All I had was this one body. What a trivial, pitiful thing that was. As I curled my body up in the bath, I heard the sound of footsteps. Are you there? Honestly, you don't need to mind me. Just go lay down and get some rest. I stopped short, finally realizing that there was no reply. What's wrong? Curious, I looked back over my shoulder, my eyes fixed on the figure of an unexpected person standing there. Kaze! Yukimura! Why are you... I couldn't sleep, so I was practicing my sword fighting, and then I got sweaty, so wanted to check and see if there was any hot water left, so Yukimura stopped speaking. Though we tried not to look at each other, it was impossible to ignore each other's presence. Yukimura was here. He was at my side, and we were all alone. Sorry. I could tell he's about to leave if I heard footsteps. Ask him to wait. I'm not gonna run. If I run after him in a battle, I'm gonna fall. Sorry. Safety measures. Ask him to wait. Wait! Immediately I cried out to stop him. Huh? Please, wait, just a minute. Yukimura stopped. Please, I want to tell you something. I nervously waited for his answer. What is it? Relieved, I felt the tension flow out of my body. Hugging myself, I spoke carefully, choosing my words. Earlier, when I was praying in the water, I wasn't praying for Hanbei. Huh? Of course I prayed for victory for the sake of the people of the castle and the town. Until the very end, Hanbei was working out strategies for the good of our country. I did pray that those efforts of his wouldn't be in vain. But the one I prayed for the most was you, Yukimura. Huh? What I was most concerned about was your safety. I knew it was wrong. For the people I had summoned into this world, only 4 were left. If I were to worry, should just be concerned about the other 3 as well. But I couldn't help the feelings in my heart that were so strongly cared for Yukimura. I didn't care how he felt about me, but I just couldn't let him misunderstand me. Yukimura didn't speak. That too. I also didn't mind. I stood up in the bathtub. Without turning around, I spoke. I've taken enough time. I'll get out. You can have the bath next. Just as I started to climb out of the tub. Yukimura? I heard footsteps, and the next instant, I was being held in a tight, tight embrace. Ooh, things are getting good. Alright, there we go, 50% likability. I think that should be correct. Honestly, don't remember. I accidentally erased everything. It was horrible. But yeah, so gonna wonder what's gonna happen now. Naked in the bathroom. With my brother. Not quite brother. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. If you guys enjoy the stream, you can just hit the video with a like, and if you're new to the video, feel free to subscribe. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Kaze Kitsune out. Alright, bye guys.